Hey, NBA fans, what is good? It's your boy Mike here, and today I want to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers, the team who is most people's, including myself, alright, most people's pick to win the 2021 NBA title, which would be their second straight title after they won it last year. And for the most part this season, the Lakers have been doing pretty dang good, alright? They are still the third seed in the West. They're 22-11 right now, which is not an, world-shattering, amazing record, but it is a pretty dang good record. However, if you look at their last several games, they have lost 5 of their last 6 games, which is just really freaking sus for a team that was doing this well. And a lot of people are starting to call it into doubt now. Are the Lakers really that good? Are they really still the title favorites? And is LeBron James still the best player in the NBA? Because I think to start this season, it was pretty clear that LeBron was still number one. He still had not fallen off nearly enough to revoke that number one spot and give it to somebody younger, somebody who probably should be the best player in the NBA by now, but they just aren't because LeBron frickin' James refuses to age like a normal human being. The man's 36, and he is still having amazing stats this year. Do not get me wrong. The man right now is still putting up 26, 8, and 8 on 50% shooting. That is incredible. That is absolutely ridiculous for a 36-year-old. He is the best 36-year-old player in NBA history. The only player I think you could really compare him to at this point is Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan unfortunately retired when he was 36, so we don't have a direct comparison. So we have to give it to LeBron James, because the only player who might even have a chance is Michael frickin' Jordan. That's insanity. But like I said, Lakers have been losing their last couple games. LeBron has also looked a little sus in the last couple games. His field goal percentage is down, his points are down, and the team has been losing. So are the Lakers really that good? Well, let's look at the team overall. Alright, overall for this season, the Lakers are the best defense in the entire NBA. Numero uno, okay? Fantastic defensive rating, and I believe they're like 2 full points better than the next best defense in the NBA, which isn't a crazy amount by any means. 2 points isn't a ton, but it's still a significant amount considering 2 through 5 are 0.2 points, difference. You know what I'm saying? They have a ridiculously good defense. However, their offense is only 18th out of 30. They have a below average offensive rating this season, which is just crazy. Especially for a team with LeBron James on it, for a team who, in my opinion, got worse on defense this offseason, but improved on offense, talent-wise anyway. It's kind of crazy to me that their offense has fallen off so very much. So once again, we look at the stats, alright? LeBron James putting up fantastic numbers, 26, 8, and 8 on good efficiency. Anthony Davis, when he has played, and we're going to get to that in a minute, when he has played, has put up 23, 8, and 3, along with a steal and 2 blocks, and he's done that on 53% shooting. Dennis Schroeder has been the clear third option for this team. His efficiency hasn't been out of this world, 44% from the field on 14 points a game, along with 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Nothing insane, but also solid enough. You know what I'm saying? KCP's been pretty good, 9 points on decent efficiency. Kyle Kuzma has been pretty solid. Another guy, alright, Montrezl Harrell doing his thing, and he's been really good in the last few games with Anthony Davis out. And he's putting up 64% from the field, 14 points a game for the season as a whole. So Montrezl Harrell's been pretty good, even though his start was looking a little sus for a little bit. And the last couple guys, Wesley Matthews, he does his thing well enough. He's a decent defender, even if he's kind of garbage on offense. Marc Gasol has been solid enough. He's another guy. He's actually really fallen off on offense. Marc Gasol has, but he's still a decent enough defensive presence. And then you got Alex Caruso, Talen Horton-Tucker, and Markieff Morris coming deep off the bench for this team. This really is a deep team with a lot of good talent on both ends of the floor, but especially on offense, which makes it kind of strange that their offense has been so bad, at least comparatively, because below average offense for a team who won the title last year is just crazy. This isn't the kind of thing you'd expect to see since like the 2000s Detroit Pistons, you know what I'm saying? Here's the big issue with the Lakers. Alright, well there's two issues. First one is injuries, but we're actually going to talk about that second. So the second one is injuries. The first one, however, and this is actually two things. First of all, they turn the ball over a ton. They're 26th out of 30 in turnovers. They turn the ball over a whole lot, a little more than 15 times a game. That one's not that big of a deal, okay? That one is more of a minor issue. There are some really good teams that turn the ball over a lot because they also happen to be a pretty good passing team. Their bigger issue is three-point shooting, and this was an issue that I thought was going to affect the team last year, and instead it seems to be affecting the team this year. The Lakers are 25th in three-point attempts, and they are 26th in three-point percentage. They don't shoot the three very often, and when they do shoot it, they tend to miss most of their shots. This can be seen with guys like Lebron James, 35% from three on 7 attempts a game. He started the season really hot from three, and over the last few weeks, he has been putrid. Really throughout February, the man has been shooting terrible from three-point range. Anthony Davis, only 29% from three. Dennis Schroeder, 31% from three. KCP's actually been shooting good, 41%. You're good, KCP. Montrezl Harrell has yet to make a three this season. Kyle Kuzma's only shooting 36%, which is fine, but not great. Wesley Matthews, 35%. Marc Gasol, 36%. All right, Alex Caruso's hitting his. Talen Horton-Tucker and Markieff Morris are both shooting 30%. There are just a whole lot of slightly below average three-point shooters on this team, and it's really hurting them. And I think their offense has really fallen off because they started the year hot. First couple games, Anthony Davis was shooting well. First, 2 months, LeBron James was shooting 40% from three. He was killing it. And the team has just really fallen off in the terms of three-point shooting. That is a big issue for this team, and I wouldn't be surprised if they really try to trade for a three-point shooter because it's just not good right now. You've got guys, LeBron James, Anthony Davis are two guys, they can hit threes, absolutely, but they're both guys who are best in the post. Very similar to the Sixers with Embiid and Simmons, except not quite as bad because LeBron James is certainly no Ben Simmons. Sorry. But their two stars are best when surrounded by three-point shooting, and they just don't have that. Dennis Schroeder is a great offensive player, but his efficiency isn't great, and he's not a primary three-point shooter. Montrezl Harrell, very good offensive player, not a three-point shooter whatsoever. Wesley Matthews and Marc Gasol, decent enough defenders, not great three-point shooters. You understand what I'm saying here. Markieff Morris is supposed to be a better three-point shooter than he has been, and he's only making 30% of them. Again, just a lot of these guys who haven't been good shooting-wise. Now, their defense is amazing and makes up for some of the offensive struggles, okay? Anthony Davis was the lead Defensive Player of the Year candidate before he got hurt, in my opinion. LeBron James has been decent on defense this year. There's really nobody you target on defense. Even Caruso is okay. Gasol's a good post defender. Wesley Matthews is decent. Montrezl Harrell isn't terrible, even if he's kind of iffy on defense. He's a weird in-between guy, but with the more small ball these days, it's not as big of an issue. Kyle Kuzma, KCP, they're pretty solid. Talen Horton-Tucker, pretty solid. You see what I'm saying? They got a whole lot of good, just a little bit above average defenders, and then a few elite ones, specifically being Anthony Davis. This defense is amazing, but you can't win. Generally, almost every single champion that there is throughout NBA history, most of them are top 10 in both defense and offense. If the Lakers can just get their offense to being top 10 with this amazing defense, even if they're only number 9, they will be set to win a title. But with their offense at 18th? That's a little sus in my opinion, and I think that could end up hurting them later in the year. Now, part of this is injuries, and I personally am willing to blame most of the Lakers' issues on injuries. Dennis Schroeder and KCP have both missed 4 games this year, which isn't a crazy amount. Wesley Matthews has missed about 10 games this season. Same thing with Alex Caruso. Same thing with Markieff Morris. Anthony Davis has missed 11 games now, and he's not going to be back until the end of the All-Star break. So that's going to be like another 3 or 4 games that he's going to miss. This dude's going to miss almost 15 games by the first half of the season, and we'll have to wait and see if he misses more later in the year because he is a little bit of an injury-prone player. This is not a good thing. Okay? This team does not have, even though I said they have good defensive depth, their offense, specifically because of the three-point shooting, has been not great this year, and it means that when Anthony Davis is out, LeBron James has to take on a bigger load. The man is averaging 35 minutes a game at the year 36. The year of his life, 36. He's the age of 36. I know to do words. LeBron James is 36 years old, playing 35 minutes a game. That is not good, okay? That is, in fact, the opposite of good. It is bad. It is very, very bad. LeBron James cannot be playing this many minutes, and I think it's starting to hurt him. After the shortest offseason in NBA history, LeBron James is playing 35 minutes a game at the age of 36. Like, I can't stress enough that that's a bad thing, and I know LeBron wants to play those minutes. He wants the team to win, but at this point, you really just gotta rest the man because you're losing games right now anyway. Just not even after the All-Star break, but at least until the All-Star break, stop playing this man so damn hard. LeBron James cannot be playing this many minutes a game. He really needs to drop back down to what he was averaging last year where he was playing like 33 minutes, okay? He cannot play this many minutes. I know he seems to be immortal. I was joking about it at the start of this video, alright? LeBron James doesn't age like a normal person. But he still has gotten older, and his body is not going to be able to handle 36 minutes a game for 72 games this season after the shortest offseason in NBA history. He is going to get to the playoffs, and he's going to be absolutely freaking pooped. Alright? LeBron always steps it up in the playoffs, so I am absolutely willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. If his stats go down a little bit, and he drops out of the top of the MVP race, and the Lakers, stay at the 3rd seed, or even fall, as crazy as it is, even fall to like the 4th seed. But they need LeBron James healthy for the playoffs. They need Anthony Davis healthy for the playoffs too. And I'm going to say it, if LeBron's minutes go down, and AD is injury-free, and the rest of the team's injury-free, they're still my title favorites. As of right now, Lakers are still my title favorites. I still believe in them over the Clippers, I still believe in them over the Jazz, and I still believe in them over any team coming out of the East, even if I do believe the Sixers or the Bucks could give them a difficult time. Gun to my head, I gotta say I see the Lakers winning the title this year, but only if LeBron James gets just a little bit of a minutes reduction, maybe rests a few games. The man just can't keep playing like this. I don't believe he can, and I think the Lakers need to wake up and see what needs to happen, because if LeBron keeps playing this many minutes every single night, he's going to be burned out, and he's just not going to be able. We saw it last year. LeBron James, even though he played great in the playoffs, he won a finals MVP in the finals, he is not quite the guy he used to be. I don't feel like that should be a controversial thing to say. He's just not able to go out there and play 45 minutes of absolutely elite basketball on both ends of the floor like he was back in his days in Miami or Cleveland. He just can't do it anymore. So you need to let him rest for the playoffs so he can at least do it for 36 minutes a game and your team can win a title. Because if LeBron James is not the best player in the world in the playoffs, the Lakers aren't winning a title. They're just not. Thank you guys for watching. This was my video of the day. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and please keep checking out my content. Thank you again for watching. Have a great rest of your day.